let's look at Showtime's card. First fight, Jermell Charlo versus Austin Trout. Now, when I first heard about the fight, like I said before, I was kind of excited for it just because of the fact that Jermell was staying active right after his last fight. And then Austin Trout, to me, he was kind of showing that heart after losing to Jared Hurd. He wanted to get back in there again. But, the more and more I kind of look at it, and then whenever that Munguia hit the scene, it just made the fight, kind of put it down a little bit. And for the fact that Austin Trout, going in there, now that I think about it, it's kind of a dangerous fight for him. Let's be real. I mean,
kind of.
Okay.
I'm just laughing because, man.
Kind of. Okay.
Because that finally kind of dawned on you.
It did, man. Because at the first time, like when he was taking it, I was like, oh, okay, he good. I know he got stopped, but in the last fight, I was kind of like, okay, he want to come back and prove something.
Yeah. I noticed your energy on that.
Yeah, my energy on that. I like his heart, but the more and more I get closer now, it's kind of like, this is dangerous. It's dangerous. Because again, we doing math. You look at Jermell Charlo's momentum, and then you look at his statement he's making, knocking everybody out right now.
Right. Brother knocked you out, so your brother is like. I mean, that's just another bit of momentum for you. My brother knocked you out, so I definitely got it. You know what I mean? It's just...
his brother never did.
Oh, he didn't knock him out?
He dropped him. He beat him, though. He beat him pretty
good. His brother beat him, okay.
Yeah, but I feel like this is that one where this is going to be the one that might do it. I think this will be the one that's going to stop him, man.
I mean, when the fight first came up, I didn't really have a lot of energy about it. Because, to me, Austin Trout is near the end of his career. Here you have a young lion who's beasting and saying lines only. Why are you fighting the injured lion then? Why are you fighting the old great lion? You know what I mean? That's my thing. Now you got Terrence Crawford taking on Jeff Horn. Mm-hmm. That's legit. Two young guys. Abner Mares, Santa Cruz. Two young guys.
Mm-hmm. Rematch.
Even Earl Spence and what's his name?
Campo.
Oh, Campo.
Campio. Yeah. Undefeated.
Kind of. In the same way. You're the only guy that's fighting the old guy. It just don't even make sense. And I mean, no disrespect to Trout. He is a fighter. He, has heart. He is a good guy. But I just want to see these young guys mixing it up, and then we go for round two. Okay, this is the first round. These guys got waved out. These are the remainders. Now they go. You know what I mean? That's how I want to see it, like a tournament type of thing, and not just. Yeah. People taking fights just to take fights, man.
Because when you think of it like a tournament, if Austin Trout, he got blown out by Jared Hurd, he shouldn't even be getting this fight.
Yeah. And your brother. And Jared Hurd, he shouldn't get the fight. I mean, come on, how is he, and Jermell got a belt, right?
Jermell got that belt,
So it's like, come on, man.
And the thing is, too, before this fight was made, it was just put on the spot so fast, they could have got that cat, Munguia in there. And the thing is, too, there would have been more of a challenge there and more of a statement to make, And
I don't think they... It probably crossed their mind, but they didn't want it,
You think so?
I don't think
it's crazy, because,
I don't think they wanted it.
They asked...
Because think about it, Okay, they didn't qualify him for Triple G, who's the middleweight reigning. But I think they would approve him for a Charlo.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, you still ain't got that resume. Work in progress. I think that fight could have got, And I mean, what would people have ever say? Just like they now Munguia fight, they say, well, dang, we would have liked to see that Triple G fight. So what would they rather see? Munguia versus Charlo or Trout versus Charlo? Come on, man. It's just, it's common sense, man. Really, dude.
And when you think about it, too, they were talking to Jermell about Munguia. They mentioned him, and he said something like, he hadn't really proved himself. Those words came out, and I was just kind of like, that ain't something I want to hear. That ain't something we want to hear.
Here we go. Because even after I posted that picture, 2 days later, Munguia called him out, and I didn't know what Charlo said about it, but he definitely hopped on and yo, let's get it.
And let's be real, he's not he don't have too much to prove more than you do, because he's 29-0 and Jermell is 30-0. So it's y'all are in the same era. Y'all in the same era. You just got a belt, but he don't. You're a little bit more well known. He's not.
Exactly.
But together, that still makes a good fight.
Right.
You know, it still makes a good fight
Right.
because you need dangerous young guys on your record to make you look good. You know?
Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Like I said, that's when he came on the scene now. Because like I said, then like the Trout fight was looking good, you know, until Munguia until Munguia put me in that right mind. You know, it was like I felt one of them punches, and I was like, oh man, yeah, this the dude. This the dude that need. He's the guy they need to be calling.
And like I say, and I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, you got, I mean, they said we young lions only and talking this and talking. Well, why are you fighting? Like I said, a old lion then. You know, I mean, even calling out Triple G. I mean, he got the belts, but he's still an old lion. You know, it's some young lions out here that, you know, I think that y'all could, you know, go to battle with over the pride. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, we see, because it's still business, it's still boxing. We still gonna have the politics in it, but you know, I'ma just keep it 100 from the way I see it, and I just feel like, man, that's a kid I like to see in there mixing it up with the Charlos, some of these young names, not these old men. You know.
Yeah, because when you go back and look at guys like, you know, in the early 90s, you looking at the Holyfields, he was fighting animals, man. Alex Stewart, Michael Doak, it don't matter. Then he would take somebody like Larry Holmes, George Foreman.
Back to back.
And then he would go back to fighting some more young names. You know, it was just back to back. And now you kind of in that mind state, we always talk about this. It's like where it's kind of like, they got to fill out a questionnaire now to fight. You know, like, oh, is this a guy got to fight? Have him fill this out. You know, how's your power? How's your power's up there? I can't fight you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's ridiculous, man, in that way. And that's like last episode. I said, man, why is it so hard for fights to be made now? We got social media. You got somebody call you out. You can't act like you didn't hear it. It's all, you know, it's more ways than ever to make fights now, but it's harder to make fights. You know what I'm saying? Like, that word of mouth, like, you can't just say, oh, I never heard it.
No, you heard it. You're going to see it online all day now. Bro. That's why, like, Austin Trout, man. It went down. Now my high kind of went down with the fight, man. And, I mean, I picked Charlo to win, but I thought, you know, he would have held up better a little, you know. I don't know, man. What's your prediction for this, man?
I can't say for sure that Jermell was gonna knock him out, but I think you know, Trout is at a point in his career where he's not beating these type of guys no more. You know, I mean, he came in there and caught Cotto at the right time, an off night, and you know, did what he needed to do and capitalized on that. But this is different. You know,
all the way.
You know, Cotto was an older fighter, worn-torn fighter. These are young guys that, you know, I mean, they kind of like going to try to make a mockery out of them. They're gonna say, well, both the brothers we both beat you up. I mean, it's kind of a joke, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they're gonna keep score on who did the best, who beat you the worst. You know what I mean?
When you fall in that category, like, man, who got knocked out fastest, or you know, who got knocked out, oh man, you don't want to be in there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know brothers gonna talk about that, you know?
I know the Klitschko's do with Sam Peters, man. Yeah. Because they both, oh man.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. And like I said, I wish Austin Trout the best. He nice, humble guy, but I mean, it's just the game. This ain't an old man sport, and it's kind of old, you know.
Especially when you got to factor in all the fights he's taking, you know, all the beasts he's been fighting, you know, Canelo, Lara, like you said, all the Charlos. So when you factor all that in, that puts years on you.
It takes years off you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Puts,
you know,
puts miles on you. I mean, So, man, I think I probably pick my prediction. I think it would be a late stoppage for Charlo. I think that he can box with him a little bit.
Who? Jermell can box with Trout.
Trout. I think Trout might start a little fresh, but you know, I think the effects of the last fight still might catch up with him. You know, and Charlo, like I said, he's an accurate puncher. This is the one, you know, like I said, he's making a statement. Yeah. He's making a statement that he can punch. So I think that I think he'll catch up to him and maybe stop him in the later rounds, man.
That wouldn't surprise me, man. Would not surprise me.
But yeah, man. Like I said, I just wish him the best because, like I said, you know, going in there, that takes heart. That takes heart to fight back-to-back champions like that.
And you think of his resume since like the Cotto fight. I mean, like you say, he's been in there, you know, and with some serious guys since then. And it ain't too many guys you can say that about in this new era of boxing, man, who been taking stiff competition, you know, back to back. It's not a whole lot of guys you can really say that about, man. So he definitely got a warrior's heart, man. And he got a, you know, punch his chance, you know. So you know, we not can't rule him out from winning, but you know, on paper and everything just looks to kind of be leaning, you know, a little bit more in, you know, Charlo's favor. It's just, you know, being honest.
Yeah, because he's kind of like the opposite of what we were just saying about these young fighters. You know, he was taking on everybody. You know, he ain't really asking questions like we were saying. You know, he's actually going in there with, you know, everybody, whether he wins or loses. So, you know, I mean, I think this might be his last little hurrah. So he want to go ahead and do that. So
get some paydays and, you know, ride off to the sunset. He deserved to be able to take care of his family and kick his feet back after it's over. And, you know, for sure.
Oh yeah.